Happy day and welcome to the Susan&Soulless Homestead. Like, subscribe, follow, and all that fun stuff. So here's our bee feeding stations. It's going to rain the next few days. The bees know, and this is like the warmest day it's been in a while. I'm wearing some protective clothing. I recommend you should. Usually they're rather docile. They're not here to sting when you're at the feeding station, but you never know. Error on the side of caution. Oh, look at that. There's one of those little all black robin bees we're trying to avoid. Hey, get off of me. And give our bees a little edge at the end of the season. There's nothing that they can eat. So this is a Hive Alive pollen patty, our feeding pally that usually you put on the top of the hive, but we tried it here because I put some pollen substitute on the bottom and they were kind of getting stuck in it. So I said threw a few chunks. And as you can see, let me get a sun shot so you can see a little better. They are feeding away in a frenzy. I'm going to pause it and go to the other hive. Oh, actually, let me walk right over here. I just put it in the driveway, kind of away from the other hive. You don't want it directly by your hive, or you definitely could cause some robbing. So here's our favorite Carniola hive, which they are feeding away, just coming and going to the feeder. As you can see, they also are defending themselves, which I like to see. They're stopping people. I've seen hornets come and go, and it looks like mostly carnies come in there. I've seen some fights, because obviously at this time of the year, we've had a problem with that little black bee coming and decimating our hives. So there's a different strategy, and hopefully it'll deter them and they'll go to other places. Everything looks okay. One thing you would see if you had a problem with robbing, you would see all these little wax caps, because they would be going in there and ripping open their honey and stealing it. Usually it would be all the way down here. I don't necessarily see that, and hopefully it's not happening. Looks like there might be a little, look, there's a bee on the pause button. I'm going to actually scoot out of the way, and I'm going to go to the next hive in the back. All right, now we're in the back trails, approaching our other hive. Oh, there's a hawk deterrent, an owl bat. Woo, watch out. This hive tended to be a little pissier, and I've been stung the most by this hive compared to the ones. It was a package from a local beekeeper. Same one in the back isn't that bad, and they just seem to chase you out. But once again, hopefully I don't see any robbing. They're coming and going. They don't look like too many of those black bees. Let me see if I can get a little closer. Stabilize. I don't see a ton of cap coming out, dead bees, so hopefully they're okay too. And we tried something different as we set up the feeding station in the back by the sacred rhombus. Figured it would charge it with good energies, and it's far away enough away from the other hives that it shouldn't cause a robbing problem. They'll pick this easier resource, and as you can see, they're going to town. Like I say, for the most part, they do seem like our bees. Here, once again, I put a little pollen substitute here, and that Hive Alive bee patty, which we learned from Frederick Dunn, the way to be. We recommend going over to his site if you really want to learn. We're novice. He's an expert beekeeper, and I think he just explains things in a way that's good for the general population. Once again, check them out. They're feeding. I'm not seeing too many of those black ones that come in and rob. And hopefully they're getting a little sacred energy. I think this is a better place to feed them. They'll drain through that by the end of the day, and we'll remove them. It's going to rain the next few days. Let's take a walk to our other hive. Now, I have a veil on and some gloves on, which I recommend, always erring on the side of caution, and wear your protective clothing. There's the other hive over there. And now we're just going to take a look at this hive, which is all the way in the back of the property. And this is the one that we've had the most problems with dying out and robbing. I think it's close to the road, and there's a bunch of greenhouses and tree farms around, and I believe they have bees too, unless it's a wild bee. And it always seems to get robbed out. Let's see what we got going on. I don't see it coated with all capping. They do seem like they're still checking everybody, and hopefully they're not being robbed. And this is just hyperactivity of them going out and going over to the feeding station. Have a fantastic day.